I think I should like stress the fair a bit more. So a lot of internationals are leaving the country after they are done with their studies. One of the factors could be that the conventional language learning methods are found boring or expensive by many. Therefore, we wanted to come up with a more engaging method of learning Danish, which led us to developing an application.
Now, this application aims to teach Danish through a narrative-based mobile game. Here, the narrative is very important, as we hope to improve the player's understanding by providing context. In the game, the player is placed in a digital environment where they can move around and interact with different characters. Whenever the player engages in a conversation, they will be presented with a piece of dialogue in Danish. Then, they must choose the missing words in a pre-written sentence in order to proceed. Additionally, they can listen to the dialogue as well as specific words in order to hear the pronunciation. At the same time, they will be shown an image to help visualize the meaning of the words.
During research, we found that both learning through a game and learning through a story are more engaging than conventional methods. We then asked Danish teachers for their input on the students' study habits and performance so that we could focus on the parts of the language they were struggling with the most. Throughout the research, we were driven by the overall problem statement: how does a digital narrative affect international students' intrinsic motivation for using a mobile learning application to learn Danish?
Developing towards the final design, the application went through 4 evaluations and different tests. The first couple focused on developing a layout that was as intuitive as possible while having a minimum amount of interactable objects for the required functionalities. We talked with experts again to adjust the difficulty of the conversations to the appropriate level, and finally, we added the remaining elements to the prototype in order to get feedback on the product as a whole. After developing the prototype through these iterations, we could then approach our final problem statement in a summative evaluation. Here, the users overall felt that
the art was good and fitting for a game like this, but the movement mechanics were a bit slow, and I think that some sounds were a bit too loud, which took away from my overall enjoyment. I like the concept a lot though, and well, I could see myself using something like this in addition to my classes.
From this feedback, we understood that there are some issues that have to be fixed. But other than that, the concept and general implementation have proven to be good enough for the participants to consider using such an app in the future.
Don't forget to subscribe.